Askcarterlaw back again with your favorite legal hot topics. Today we will be explaining the sentencing involved in the hate crime with Jussie Smollett from the hit show Empire. Let's get started. Okay, where do we start? So I'm sure for the last 2 years you've been following at least somewhat Jussie Smollett from the show Empire, his hate crime hoax that was alleged. At one point, I think they were dropping the charges and then they refiled them. There were a lot of celebrities at some point, even backing his account of the events, that it actually really happened. And then additional evidence came out with, two brothers testifying, saying that this was actually a hoax and this was for him to get more attention. And just the more details that came out, it was looking less and less that this had actually happened, even down to some of the physical evidence in the case, like the noose and the way it was tied and things like that. So anyways, fast forwarding ahead to just a couple of days ago, in March, Jussie was actually sentenced to 150 days, which is almost about 5 months in jail. And he has this large outburst. And I'll go ahead and play the outburst.
Your Honor, I am not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
Okay. Mr. Uche.
Large outburst. And, claiming that he's not suicidal and to warn essentially the judge if something happens to him that it wasn't, he didn't self-harm. And again, I know some people are laughing at this, that he's being dramatic and he's extending his role as Jamal Lyons off the Empire show. I actually think it's because he's scared. He's actually scared to go to jail. I think anybody is scared to go to jail, whether you're really guilty or not. No one wants to go to jail, right? And so I think he's scared. He just wants to make sure he isn't harmed. In addition to the 150 days, he has to pay $120,000 in restitution, a $25,000 fine for making false reports. So money, 150 days. And then just maybe a few hours ago, his family actually confirmed that after he was taken into custody, he was actually put in the psychiatric ward part of the prison following his sentencing, that because of his outbursts, they've decided to put him in the psychiatric ward of the prison. So I don't know, obviously, how long he'll stay in that part of the prison. Typically, you stay in that part until they feel like you won't harm yourself or you are okay to be in the general population. So we're just going to send prayers to Jussie, because I know, again, whether you agree with whether he's innocent or not, I think a lot of people agree that his punishment for this crime is very severe. Even if he did it, that it's very severe, because there are a lot of people, there are a lot of people that have made false police reports or have lied to the police about things that have happened, particularly white individuals. And not only have they never even been charged, even if they have been charged, they haven't been sentenced to jail, right? So I think we're beyond whether he did it or not. I think most people in the community are of the opinion that the punishment is too severe. Even his former co-star, Taraji P. Henson, has come out just to say that regardless of whether you believe whether he did it or not, the punishment it's overly severe. It's because he's a celebrity, because he's Black, that the judge was biased and wanted to make an example out of him. And, all these things may be true. But it is what it is. And I actually think he also may be appealing this decision. So even though he's going to jail, he's actually, he has the right to appeal. I think he may be still trying to appeal this. So it looks like this saga kind of like the Kanye and Kim saga and all the other sagas with your latest celebrities kind of getting into trouble in the news. This is not the end. This is not the end of this story. So we will definitely have a very close watch as to what's next with this story. And we hope that you stay with us and stay tuned. To follow stories like this, you can continue to follow us on our social media handles at Askcarterlaw or on our website, www.askcarterlaw.com.